Another day, another political poll. So let's get into it. This one is coming down from JL Partners. It's independent polling. They talked to voters about the GOP US Senate race right here in Texas. Now, a caveat before we get started with these numbers, because I know you guys want to get to it, but I got to talk to you about the technical stuff. They only talked to 600 likely voters. So this is a smaller pool of people that they talk to compared to some of the other polls that we talk about where they talk to more than 1,000 people. Okay, so only 600 likely voters, but they did a head-to-head contest, and it looks like Attorney General Ken Paxton came out on top on this one, but the race too close to call. All right, so let's get into the numbers. So they did that head-to-head. They asked folks who would they vote for. Incumbent U.S. Senator John Cornyn, Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton, or Congressman Wesley Hunt. And in that head-to-head race, 27% say they would vote for Paxton, 25.7% Hunt, and 25.5% Senator Cornyn. Another 21.7% are unsure. So what this looks like is that this race could be headed to a runoff. So that's a really interesting headline out of there. The other thing, though, that I think is really, really telling about this particular poll are the favorability ratings, right? Because this is one of those things where we've started to see drops in how Republican voters are thinking their favorable opinions of the Attorney General as well as the Senator. And they're kind of starting to like Wesley Hunt a little bit, and these numbers really show that. So the favorability rating for Congressman Hunt is 50% compared to 54% for Attorney General Paxton and 48% for Senator Cornyn. Meanwhile, the unfavorability ratings also tell a really big story here. So Senator Cornyn has a 34% unfavorable rate, meaning people have a very unfavorable or somewhat unfavorable opinion of him. That number goes to 27% for Ken Paxton, but get this, just 9% for Congressman Hunt. So there's not a lot of Republican voters who have bad things to say about him or unfavorable opinions of him. So this is really, really interesting numbers looking at this poll as we get ready to head into the primary election. You guys know early voting is set to start very, very soon. We're less than 2 weeks away from the start of early voting, and it is going to be the race to watch.